Thanks for stopping by. My name is Steve Madrid, and please allow me just a few minutes of your time. Now, I am from Lubbock, Texas, which is the place where Buddy Holly was born and started making music. Lubbock is also the hometown to the Texas Tech Red Raiders. In 1983, I started working as a phlebotomist for the largest healthcare system here in the Lubbock community. Through my 38 years of experience, I was promoted into the educator and then later the supervisor of my department. I have helped over 2,000 phlebotomists, lab assistants, medical technologists, and nurses establish and maintain their phlebotomy skills. 3 years ago, I decided to make a change in my life, so I transferred here to the outpatient clinic where I work now. And I love what I do. I enjoy working with my patients and making their situation just as painless and peaceful as it can be. Now, let me ask you a question. Would you agree with me that the key to a really good invention comes down to creating something that will, without question, solve a problem? Well, the problem that I kept encountering through all of those years had to do with maintaining good organization with the tools and the supplies. This is a common kind of tray used by laboratories and phlebotomists all over the world. And it starts out like this, organized, neat, ready to go to work. But it can quickly mushroom into something like this. Absolute chaos. Now let me ask you a question. Have you ever dropped one of these? Well, it has happened to me on several occasions, but there are two in particular that still stick out in my mind today. I was doing early morning rounds in the most difficult, most challenging nursing home that we had on contract. 2 patients to every crowded room, patients on vents and in fetal positions, rooms so crowded and cramped that I had difficulty even trying to put my tray down. Well, on 2 different occasions in the same facility, about 3 o'clock in the morning, my tray went crashing to the floor and everything on it went flying into every corner of the room. Now, picture me down on my hands and my knees, trying to watch my words, trying to keep my cool, and trying to gather all of that back up into my tray. Not a nice way to start your day. But the thing about those experiences is that they showed me and put me on a journey to find a real solution. Come into my workstation and let me show you what I've created. This is my patent-approved invention that I call LabBuggy. Now, when I built my very first prototype, there were some specific things that I wanted to accomplish. First of all, I wanted the buggy to be light. I wanted it to have a large covered toolbox. I wanted it to have a nice receptacle for a red bag. I wanted a standard size sharps box, and I wanted it to run on quiet wheels. Now, there's a tagline that I use with my business called Lean, Lock, and Roll, and I want to show you how that all came together. Now, the buggy, first of all, only weighs 20 pounds or less, fully loaded. You're seeing it right here in its collapsed position, which enables it to stand upright on its own, even on carpeted floors. Now, when I'm ready to put it to work, all I have to do is lean. So I'm going to lean it over onto its 2 front legs, which in turn raises its wheels off of the floor a little bit. Then what I'm going to do is right up here at the top area of the toolbox, I'm going to push, which locks it into its open, ready to work position. Let's take a look at the lid. I have a secure lock here so that you can lock it up if you need to. It has a nice paper clip for your requisitions and your labels. And then I have a spot here where I can custom build a place for your handheld label maker. Now, these 2 magnets that you see right here at the bottom of the lid are there so that when I lift the lid, they will engage with the handle and keep the lid up and out of your way. Now, how is that for organization? Everything that you need for your procedures is here at your fingertips. Vacuum holders, tourniquets, tubes, gloves, butterflies, alcohol, cotton. Everything that you need to perform your procedures is here, and the nice thing about the Buggy's toolbox is that it stays organized. Now, when I get ready to work with my patient, I like to use this lid as a table so that when I tag and bag my specimens, Then I roll them up and I put them in this central pocket. I have a spot here where I can get rid of my leftover gloves and trash, the red bag receptacle. Then I have a standard size sharps box that carries a substantial amount of leftover needles. Now, so I've thanked my patient, I've tagged, bagged my specimens, secured them in the central area of the toolbox. I drop the lid, and then all I have to do is right back here at the locking mechanism, which is right underneath the toolbox. I lift just a little bit, and it will automatically stand into its upright position on its own. Now, so we have leaned it, we have locked it, and now there's only one more thing to do, and that's roll with it, baby. Let the buggy trail behind you just like you transport your luggage at the airport, and it will ergonomically track behind you wherever you need to go, just as fast as you need to go. If you come across any really tight places like narrow halls or in and out of doors, just turn it around and let it track in front of you. You will find its unmatched maneuverability so much fun to work with, as it helps you when you make your rounds. And after you've practiced with your buggy a bit, you'll be able to do this. The buggy's lightweight and collapsibility makes it so easy to go up and down stairs, and its lightweight and collapsibility makes it easy to load into the trunk of a compact car when you make mobile rounds. Now, when you get back to your workstation, store it efficiently along a wall, or better yet, utilize my handsome wall-mounted storage racks. Not only will phlebotomists find my LabBuggy great to work with, but I also know that nurses, paramedics, wellness teams, anyone in the medical field in need of a lightweight, self-contained, mobile workstation to help them in their direct patient contact will find my buggy great to work with. So let's do business like LabBuggy does. Let's lean, lock, and roll. Thanks.